everybody. It's Bill with Strong Healthy Seniors. Today we're going to talk about the 1-rep workout exercises we can do. I'm going to go over those with you. Last time we talked about equipment. If you didn't see that video, let me remind you that we want to always have water or some sports drink to hydrate ourselves. Wear comfortable apparel. I've got some sturdy shoes, some comfortable sweatpants and t-shirt on. Gloves help. They help you if you're gripping weights or different things. If your hands are arthritic or don't have the strength, then it helps you to grip things better and use those. So let's get started. I'll start first with whenever I do a video with you, I usually do a really quick warm-up. Not to get an entire cardio routine in, but to warm up, just to make it easy. And in my mind, the thought of getting on an exercise bike for a minute is like, who can not do that? See, it gets you started. So get on my bike. It's on really light, and just get moving. Just get started. Get the ball rolling. Get going for a minute or so. Get your blood going on, and warm up a little there. Stretch out a little. Just get ready. And then we always do just some very simple exercises. Here, I'm going to show you with a chair. I've also got a little piano stool here that I use sometimes. I'll show you with the chair first, though. So say we're gonna exercise today. Now, a lot of times I start with an ab exercise because it doesn't require weights or anything. And many times I do it with both legs, but you can actually use one leg at a time. So just raise one leg, count to 5 or 10. 1, 2, and really crunch it in. Then you lower your leg slowly at a count to 5 or 10. I use various counts. To begin with, probably good to use 1, 2, 5, 10, whatever you feel comfortable with. Again, I'd raise my other leg and kind of crunch it in. Make it easy. And count to 5, 10, whatever. Lower your leg at a slow count. That slow eccentric, they call it, is really better for you. Helps you maintain control and strengthen your muscles a little better. The concentric, they call it, where you flex, is actually not as beneficial, they found, as it is to do the eccentric. So just make that one slow. So there is the abdominal. Now when I'm doing a chest exercise, you can do a push-up. You can use a wall push-up. You can use like a kind of an elevated push-up. Sometimes I just use a chair. I'll kind of get on my knees. And if you do exercises right, it doesn't take as much as you think. It doesn't take a tremendous amount of repetitions, or just lower yourself gently. Maybe here again, count to 5 or 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then hold yourself for 5 or 10 seconds to get a good stretch. And then push yourself up safely and smoothly. And then you could actually kind of press in on the chair to kind of flex your chest a little. And what this does, what I just showed you, is really to make this repetition as good as we can. Like I said, you don't really need so many multiple reps. It just ends up being wear and tear on your joints. Maybe you've heard of repetitive motion injuries and such. That it just now, if you're doing cardio and you have the mobility to extra repetitions are important for cardio, aren't they? For cardiovascular workouts. But for strength training, do you really need all those extra unnecessary repetitions? You really don't. You just need to make it easy so you can be consistent each day. And each day, as you improve your form and your technique, as you perfect these exercises, you improve each day. You don't really need to add weight. You don't really need to add repetitions. We'll just do them better and better and better each day. We might flex a little harder, and we might do the eccentric just a little longer. We'll just make the one repetition a little better each day. And it's amazing what that will do. To be consistent is huge. It's just huge to be consistent. And to do that, really, we want to stay away from injuries. We want to stay away from repetitive motion, joint pain and such. So we're just trying to make this to where we're healthy, to where our joints are getting stronger in a gentle way, but in a very effective way. I'll tell you that throughout the day, whenever I do this simple exercise routine, looks like it wouldn't do anything, I can feel it. And I feel this, I'm stronger. And if you've never heard this, or perhaps you hear me repeat this over and over, very important thing that kind of started me on this channel was that the CDC, American Heart Association, published an article in the Circulation magazine of theirs about the kind of sweet spot about how much exercise is necessary to benefit us the most. They found that 150 minutes moderate physical activity per week, that translates to about 30 minutes per day, 5 days a week of moderate physical activity that's pretty easy to attain, can reduce our risk of all-cause mortality, all-cause death, health-related deaths by over 31%, almost a third. So just think that a little physical activity per day in your week can reverse chronic illnesses. It's just amazing to me. It's just worth the effort. So that's why I'm here, to try to get people to begin to exercise and make it easy to begin and make it easy to continue. Like I keep saying, consistency is the key. What good is it if you keep starting a demanding exercise routine? And they kind of try to push this on older people, but what does it lead to? It leads to the fact that you may get injured. You may overtrain. It's easy to overtrain when you do demanding workouts. It's just not as easy to recover as it used to be. And recovery is almost everything. When you're exercising, you're just stimulating yourself to be stronger. It's when you recover that you build it, that you really produce it, the strength and the health benefits. So you have to rest, you have to eat properly, and you have to have the energy to recover. But if you exercise to complete failure, most people end up overtraining. High percentage of people that train at the gym, that exercise to complete failure, and that's what steroids are for. They allow you to exercise to a maximum degree and then to recover. But I'm not suggesting them. I'm just saying that that's what they do. And it's just to show that that's how important recovery is. That's what makes steroids work, to make people bigger and stronger, is they help recovery. They help the tissues to repair. But if we're doing it in a natural way, which I suggest, or by far, a natural way, then we need to be wise about it. We just need to do enough exercise to stimulate growth, and then allow us to have enough energy in reserve to repair our bodies and to have enough energy for our daily activities as well, because we don't want to impinge on that. So now I was showing you the abdominal exercise. I did the chest exercise. There's a back exercise. Got a little sidetracked talking, but I do want to explain everything to you. So then you would just do, and I'm showing you even without any weights, but just you can just use your body weight. Then you just raise your arm, and you kind of flex your back a little, kind of tense your back a little for 5 or 10 seconds. Then you just lower that arm 5 or 10 seconds slowly to get that eccentric, and then stretch it out a little. Then you would do the other side, same thing. Just raise your arm smoothly, flex your back a little, 5 or 10 seconds. Then lower your arm slowly, 5 or 10 seconds. Stretch it out a little, There's 3 exercises. Now, I take a hand weight, and I'm going to do the press it overhead. I'm going to do a tricep extension first. So you just lower the weight till you stretch your triceps. That's the back of your arm, your upper arm. Then hold it 5 or 10 seconds to get a good stretch. Then raise the weight again smoothly and strongly. And you're finished. You could try to flex your triceps some at the end. That'd be good. Now lower the weights for a shoulder press. Again, movement should be really slow and controlled and careful so you prevent injuries. Now we're going to press this up a little to the front. You actually kind of get your upper chest and your shoulders involved. And then hold it there 5 or 10 seconds. And then you lower it at a count to 5 or 10 seconds. So many seconds as you would like. This is your workout. And then you would hold it. Stretch your shoulders out a little, 5 or 10 seconds. And see, that's a really good repetition, isn't it? So each day we're just trying to do these repetitions better and better. And it doesn't take that much. Just one really good repetition will do you so much good. Now I'm going to do a bicep curl. On these, you want to try to keep your elbows back so you can get the most tension on you and focus on your bicep more. And just raise that. You want to kind of flex your bicep at the top there. Flex it. You can flex it as hard as you want, really hard, or just flex it lightly to make these more perfect repetition. And lower it slowly, 5 or 10 seconds. Get that eccentric. There you go. You can hear my bones popping. And then we do like a deadlift, and that's just where you lower the weight. You want to bend your knees a little. And just bend over with the weights a little. Stretch there for 5 or 10 seconds. Stretching your glutes and your hamstrings. Then you raise up strongly, slowly, gently. And then, if you can, flex your hamstrings and your glutes for 5 or 10 seconds. Okay. And then I do a squat, which you could use one weight for this. And you could use your chair. Turn it around. You could use your chair for stability. Let's do that. Okay. So we just lower ourselves till our legs are kind of stay over your feet so you maintain your balance. And hold that for about 5 or 10 seconds and press up smoothly, carefully. If you can flex your thighs here, you can. These routines are all like a gentle, strong, concentric, reflex, and then a slow, eccentric where you're maybe 5 or 10 seconds slowly, releasing. Then now we're going to do a calf raise. Just raise up on your toes. You can flex for 5 or 10 seconds, hard as you want. Flex your calves and lower about 5 or 10 seconds. There's not so much movement, so you're probably only going to be able to count to about 5 lowering. But then that is basically the 1 rep upper body exercises. And then at the end, I always suggest to do a stretch. Stretching is so beneficial. Now, I start bottom to top because we just finished with our calves. So go ahead and stretch your calves a little bit. Put your leg behind your body just slightly. You might want to hold something for stability. 5 or 10 seconds. Stretch your other calf. Put your leg behind your body and stretch it out a little. Then we pretty much already did our legs when we did a deadlift and a squat. We stretched our legs out. So I'll usually do like a twist to one side, twist to the other side, hold it 5 or 10 seconds. Then I'll do a side bend, 5 or 10 seconds. I think 10 seconds feels pretty good here. Then you hold it again for 5 or 10 seconds. And you come up carefully because you can actually strain the back muscle if you're not careful on those. And then you go to the other side slowly, 5 or 10 seconds. At the end, hold it about 5 or 10 seconds again. Then remember to come up carefully, slowly, controlled. Now, I always, and if you do one of the bent over shoulder exercises, you may be able to skip this one. But I like to stretch my back a little. So I'll do this, like stretch my back out, and you can move around. Stretch your back, feels good. These stretches feel so good too, They help to draw blood into your muscles as you've exercised. They help to improve flexibility, and just so many advantages and benefits to stretching. Then I'll do my other side of my back. Just stretch it out 5 or 10 seconds and hold it. You see? Then I'll do a chest stretch because we did a chest exercise earlier. This also stretches your bicep a little. So, and you can move around, get your lower chest, your upper chest, stretch your chest out about 5 or 10 seconds. The other side, just stretch it out. Use something to stretch it out. I'll use this bike. There's also there's a pole here in my basement. I've got a power tire here I could use if there's something nearby. You could use a doorknob. You could use, anything that's sturdy that you can take. And so after my chest, I'll do, and see we're going bottom to top, so I'll do my neck and my shoulder here. It feels so good. Move around, twist your neck, and the other side. I'll just try to use this to stretch out a little. Just keeps you from getting a stiff neck, and it stretches that shoulder out a little. And people, that's it. That was our 1 minute warm up with a bike, a treadmill. March in place, dance for a minute, move around for a minute or two. Just get warmed up. It's not a full aerobic cardiovascular workout, no. It's just to get us started, to get the ball rolling. Just in your mind, you might think, I need to do my exercise today. If it's easy, it's really something that you begin to want to do because it makes you feel better. And if you're just if you're just saying to yourself, well, I'll get down and get on my bike for a minute. It's so easy to start this because once you get going, you want to continue. I know you're tricking yourself a little, but it's a good kind of tricking yourself. It's tricking yourself into exercising consistently, being healthy, fighting off diseases, improving your lifespan, how long you live, how well you can function, how many things you can do to help your family, to help yourself. So think how beneficial it is. So it's worth the effort. If you think, I'm just going to go down, march in place for a minute, walk in place for a minute, dance for a minute, tell yourself that. So it makes it easy to just begin to exercise each day. Another little thing to think about is recovery meal wise. If there's something you enjoy for a recovery meal, there might be a recovery bar they make or some kind of meal. There's different things people use, and for recovery, I make green smoothies a lot, and I really like those. They're healthy, full of vegetables, fruit, nutrition. I'll usually have me a little bit of a green smoothie for a recovery drink. I just like that a lot. I think it's one of the best things, and I really look forward to it. But I always kind of treat myself with it. The smoothies I make are delicious, and I look forward to them each day. I put like spinach, kale, cucumber, carrots. I'll put some a banana. I usually have ripe bananas on hand. Apple, maybe something like that. I'll put like chia, flax seeds. I even have some plant-based protein powder I like. I'm pretty much a vegan. I say pretty much because it's kind of a balanced veganism that I do. So anyway, if you think about treating yourself at the end, it makes it easier just to stay motivated to do this each day. Now, I did the best I could today to show you equipment you might need on one video. Showed you the different exercises, all the things, water, breathing, all these things to remember. And it's just so easy. I hope you'll join me here. Again, I have a podcast about 11 a.m. Eastern Time. That would be 10 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Mountain Time, 8 o'clock Pacific in the United States. And so I hope you'll join me. I'll be here for you. I'm determined to be here for you every day. And we'll exercise together. We'll get healthier together. We'll live longer. We'll have a better, happier life. Okay? So thank you so much. Again, I'm Bill with Strong Healthy Seniors. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.